Hey guys, 1102. Sorry, a little late to the game here. We unfortunately already played our first round with our white weenie deck. This is the deck we are running today. It is very similar to Death and Taxes, except for it's much lower to the ground. And its purpose is really just to beat the living crap out of people, and it actually did very well. It played against player Sung's four-color blood deck, piloted by player Signalis. Our round one was an Armageddon game. Snap Keep, Champion into Pre-Saint into Sense Edition and/or Knight of the White Orchid if we're down on lands. I'll let the game run. It's pretty academic in what it does. He mulls to 6, but on a pretty light action hand. We play out Champion, say go. He plays out really, I think, what ends up being one of the few threats he had in his hand. We actually opt to trade him here, and he actually takes it, which I'm kind of shocked by. I figured this would be a free attack. But that kind of tells me he doesn't have a lot of removal. But he does, which like kind of shocks me because like I would think that you would save the use. Although, by that point he would have been using the Maelstrom Pulse probably on one of my one drops. Put a Hallowed Spirit Keeper underneath that thing just in case we like get on an open board or just in case we can like get it down, because if we can, like there's really no killing it. It's just not something you want to block. We get lucky and draw Thalia, lock the game up, nail him. He puts a tap land in, draw Ravages, attack first to see if he's going to pop any removal or if he has any. Doesn't excuse me, excuse me, guys. Doesn't appear to have any. We just get them and win that game. Second game's a little longer, a little more drawn out. Gets into a board stall where our flyers, which we intentionally put in here to hedge against the Green X matchup, see us through. On the draw again, one lander, but have a land on top that we scried into with a bunch of one drops. Play out the Mardu War Reaper first. This looks bad for the 5-color player. Sorry, jumping around a little bit, guys. He gets an Oath of Nissa down, finds a Taiga for his troubles. We play out Kithian here. Don't opt to play out the Leone Relic Warrior. If it gets removed, Oath of Nissa is a bad one to have come back. I want to wait for something a little more juicy than that. So we play out our Knight here, get another land, and can do nothing with it. We attack into the Garrick because we figure, like, yeah, we're going to lose our Kithian, but, like, the Garrick is more valuable to us than one of our 2/1s. And that's all Kithian really was at this point. He plays a bunch of like threats out that are singularly better than ours, but I think ours are a little higher synergy, and they have first strike, so they can actually hold everything on his team back. The only thing that could attack here is the Putrid Leech, but he'd have to take 2, and he could get in for 5, and I couldn't block it profitably with my 2 first strikers. Force him to block here just to get rid of the Noble Hierarch, so he doesn't have the Exalted trigger to be able to attack with the Putrid Leech. He opts to block with both Beast and Noble Hierarch, and we lose our Deathblade, but kill his Hierarch in the process, which I think was worthwhile. Littlefield won this matchup. Okie doke. So red deck wins, advances. What's going on over here? Well, Michelle's at 12 and doesn't have a lot of action going on, and she's getting drained probably very slowly by this Deathrite Shaman. Well, I like Rob's position to win this. I don't really think I was advantaged in this game right here, but we just kind of had some good draws. We ended up getting the Bygone Bishop in play and getting some cards down. He Splendid Reclamations, which is not a card I recall in her board, but I guess it is. We go ahead and double block this thing, trade for it, play out the Gideon Ally of Zendikar, put a 2/2 into play just to clog the board down even more. Plan on blocking with the 2/2 if we have to. We're not going to block with the Relic Order because by this point we've gotten the Sylvan Library off the table. He didn't draw, and he went for the Splendid Reclamation to get a fetch land, which came into play tapped on his turn, because I assume he wanted to shuffle his deck because he knew he was getting 2 junky cards off Sylvan Library, but didn't want to take the damage. So we're the one with Planeswalker. We're the one with, another threat, a very powerful, 3-mana threat here in the white colors. Go ahead and activate the Smuggler's Copter, say, hey, have removal for this. We're going to purify our top deck a bit. I believe we do play this land out with expectation that we'll draw off of it if he doesn't, go for lethal somehow. But he doesn't have anything, so he just, he loses because we have 5 power in the air on the following turn. All right, we're seeing an Acidic Slime. I assume this is going to get countered. On 3 cards, you got to have something, right? Oddly enough, he did not leave up the black mana, which is interesting to me. I think you just blow up. What do you blow up? All right, the island. Interesting. She's going to cast a Torrential Gearhulk and target, I would assume, Unexpectedly Absent. Or no, this is Sphinx's Revelation, actually. Interesting. Okay, well, she's going to draw a bunch of cards. Gain a bunch of life, too. Really just gained 2 because she just damaged herself with the, Oh, that is a beating. That is a huge time beating. So she is now at 8 and drew no cards. because he left up the Deathrite Shaman. And she's down to 2 cards, fetch land. Does she have a Wrath? She's probably going to have to Wrath at this point if she has like a Terminus or something in hand. She's already used up her... No, she's used no Wraths yet. Playing artifact-based decks against Sensei seems miserable. Sensei packs a lot of artifact and enchantment hate. I do not pack as much as he does. 7 mana spell. All is dust. Okay, well, all is dead now. But he's on 2 cards, tier 1. I mean, I don't know what he's got. Do you have something relevant like a Planeswalker to play? That would be good for him. Planeswalker would be one of the harder things for, I think, her style of deck to deal with. Just looking at it. It's like an Azorius... It's an Azorius prison deck, basically. I assume it probably wins with walkers. Well, what have you got? He probably has 2 things. He probably has, like... My assumption is he has a Cryptic Command as well, but he wants to have a threat on the board and back it up with his Cryptic Command. Alright, so he's going for a 4-drop. Vengevine, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, because that turns off the Ancient Tomb and says, hey, you got 5 mana to deal with here. Cast what you're going to cast or lose the game. This looks like a Wrath of some sort. Wrath of God. If he has 2, like, 1-mana spells... Hey, what's up, man? Hey, man. Yeah, buddy. Hasn't changed. Well, do you have a counter spell for 1 mana? I would assume not. And at 1, you have to remove this thing twice. Oh, he has another threat. He's just going to play this thing out to get the Vengevine back. Well, now you're looking at multiple answers. Whether it's the same time. Oh, well, because the clock went back out here. All right, so she had the path. Now you have to have like Wrath plus something else to... Oh, and he has a threat land. He's got threat land. This thing has to be dealt with twice, plus a hexproof land has to be dealt with. That does not seem likely to me. One of the ways you do it is you play like a big-ass walker, like drop land. You only have 1 card, though. You could have a Gideon. Gideon could do it for a turn. The 5-mana Gideon. That doesn't seem great, though. Yeah, that taps for no mana. You need to have a bunch of artifacts to make that thing run. I think you probably concede here. I can't think of cards, guys. Like on... Okay, she takes herself out. Sensei takes down the match. Alrighty. Well, round 1. I spent 10 hours just to make a deck. Well... Sure, man. Alrighty, guys. Quick break. Alrighty, so quick break, guys, until he registers his deck, and then we'll get back after it. Alright, guys, we're underway. I think this is a keep on the draw. We obviously need to hit lands, but we have infinite 1-drops. I think we lead off with probably the Savannah Lions. Battlelands to start with. And that's kind of what we like to see. Alright, Savannah Lions go. And then the big question is, do we go with Anafenza next turn? We may just do that. This is going to be a very aggressive draw. I obviously don't want Batterskull. The best draw is probably Stoneforge Mystic. I don't even know if it's right to play the Anafenza here, to be honest with you guys. It may just be right to go 1-1 and just put 6 power on the board and just smash his eyelids shut. I don't know. It's close. His deck is slower, so like I kind of do like just going all in, just smashing him as hard as I can right away. I don't know. That can't be right though. Well, like let's think through this. So like we play them both next turn, and we lose 1 damage off of doing this. But if the Anafenza gets removed, then we lose a possible 4 damage, which is pretty big. But then again, if he's removing it, he's not playing more creature cards. Well, opponent's either not wanting to face White Weenie or... Alright, there we go. In actuality, we may actually just play the Benevolent Bodyguard out. Okay. I am kind of happy I drew the Path to Exile. This is going to be like a vast removal spell. Alright, Chandra, Torch of Defiance. You could dome my Anafenza. That would be okay with me. I guess it's his worst case. I am happy to draw that, though. You start cutting the opponent off mana here. Well, he's got that now. Probably going for green mana, I would assume. Maybe a Savannah. Well, no, he'd probably get a Taiga because he wants to be able to activate the Cascade. Oh, Savannah, okay. Yeah, Savannah was the first thing that came to mind. Okay, Nature's Lore. Okay, Valakut. Recurring Nightmare. I think I'm actually going to tap the Savannah this time. And now it's kind of like Wrath or Bust, right? Okay. I fail to see how this changes anything. Okay, yeah, I'm going for it. Like, that's all this deck does is attack, so it's got to go for it. I do kind of like a Winter Orb. I don't know if that's good enough or not, but seems pretty good. What else do we think? With Recurring Nightmare, I assume he has a lot of ETBs in his deck. I do like Winter Orb. I actually don't really care for Batterskull that much. I think I just want more beaters. I do kind of like Vryn Wingmare. Probably more than I like Reckoner. I don't know on that. It's close. Probably more than I like Reckoner. Let's give this a shot, guys, and see how it does. I mean, like I said in the beginning, well, actually, I guess you missed the first clip. I screwed it up. I was talking to nothing. This deck either wins really fast or loses really fast. It's kind of like red deck wins that way, except it does it with creatures. As you can tell, we have 49 in deck right now. I think it's 48 to start off with. Could go for a sort of light and shadow as well because it allows us to recurse creatures if he's running a lot of wrath cards. We're kind of hoping for here because he's obviously a scape shift deck of some sort. Is just a fast early get. Now we don't have the Mox Diamond to kind of couple with that. We are running land tax. We don't have the Withered Wayfarer either. So a little lower synergy with Geddon. We just, well, I guess not lower synergy. We just put threats down. Like that's what this deck does. Just puts threats down on the board and just, use them to win. Hopefully. We've been pretty fortunate in our draws though. I mean, we've drawn some just all gas hands. And we're benefited to doing that. I mean, it's just, the deck is a low land count, very low curve deck, so it's viable draws to present threats are pretty high. All right, well, what are we going to start with? Yeah, this is a keep. I like the Ring Wing Mare. I actually like the Soltari Priest, no small amount either. So we're going to get attacks down. Okay, a Deathrite, a Shaman. Well, interestingly enough, I'll probably just play the Precinct Captain next turn. I don't know if I'll draw all of the lands. So I don't want to discard lands and give him more mana for his Deathrite Shaman. He may just not play anything. No, okay, he's going to play something. And he's going to 3 visits. Okay. And attack. Okay. I'm just going to pick up 2. I'm going to draw into... Done. Nope, draw planes 2. Never lucky, right? No, we're pretty lucky. So... we got one too many there. He can counter this Ring Wing Mare if he likes. If he has... what will be the worst for us? If he has, like, crop rotation into Dark Depths combo, then we'll lose the game. More than likely. I mean, we have another draw step. What if the debate is here? Maybe considering countering this. There's consideration just ditching like the Soltari Priest here. Okay, something's going to happen. Could just be killing my Precinct Captain as well. I assume this gets a Bayou. No, Underground Sea. Okay, I would not get a Mountain because his goal is to scape shift us. Okay. Well, we're going to get Mystic Confluenced here. That's what it feels like, is a Mystic Confluence. And that stinks, but, what are you going to do? We'll discard 2 land cards. Yep. Nope. Should have likely attacked first. That was our bad. Although of note, if he plays an enchantment card, we could just randomly get it. He really needs to present a threat here. I mean, Deathrite Shaman's a fine card, but I don't think it's going to get the job done against. It's going to take some bigger stuff, like a he can natural order here. Natural order be probably game over, especially the Thespian stage already in play. So I don't know if we're winning this one. We obviously need to draw some removal, and at this point with 2 lands in there, I'm just going to draw as many lands as I can every turn. All right, Brainstorm. All right, Recurring Nightmare. Interesting. Well, I'm going for the full mon. I'm gonna take all the lands I can here because like he's attacking me. It's kind of bizarre to me. And I think honestly here I just play this Otari Priest out because it's hard to deal with. Oh yeah, it's going under there. And you're getting down, and we're discarding 1 land. Yep. And if he has removal for it, oh well. I mean, you still have to discard a creature card that's worth a darn. Could be like a Thragtusk or something here. We do have the Mother of Runes as well, which if it gets to if we get to untap with it, all right, Solemn Simulacrum, which is actually pretty good against Mother of Runes, but you know it really depends on yeah, here I think we draw them all too. And we just keep going to the max on these. I mean, we already kind of gave up trying to keep him off Deathrite from our graveyard. Mother of Runes. This guy. And Containment Priest. And now I'm all lands in hand. All right, what do we got here? This is like a... Oh, Noxious Gearhulk, okay. Probably, what, destroying what? The Mother of Runes, okay. He is an artifact, though, right? Okay. We'll play this land out. And we'll see what he does, and maybe he turns them all sideways, I don't know. We are in the business for drawing something here, though. The deck has certainly done its job. Now, we don't have blue cantrips like he does, so, I mean, that stinks, but what can you do? I mean, we could be really risky and just double block his Nauseous Gearhulk here. No, not going to attack. All right. I'll just keep on playing them out then. I'm going to keep these lands in hand. So dismember. You could use the Deathrite Shaman to pay for Dismember, which I would advise, I think. I don't think life total is irrelevant in this matchup. All right. Okay. He really wants to reanimate some stuff. Maybe he has bribery in hand. If he bribes me, what does he take? Probably that's what I feel like is going to happen here. I don't think that should still be in his deck, but I think that's what he's going to cast. Nevermaker. Okay. So he votes. He's going to put something on top of my library. Okay. And you're going to put this thing on top of my library? Groovy. Well, it's not good for us. So he's going to Recurring Nightmare the the Nevermaker, and put a bunch of junk on top of our library. Well, it's exceedingly annoying. So, can this thing do non-land permanent? Okay. Well, do I get a shuffle effect? I think I do, actually. What do you put on top? Probably the thing you can't block. No, you put this thing on top. Interesting. Well, this could go really wrong for him here. I don't per se like this line of play. You're not going to get a land. Okay. I'm going to shuffle it. I mean, I think that's all I can do at this point. I don't think I can wait 2 turns because he'll just keep on doing this. So I have to get a little lucky here, but I mean, if we hit like an Armageddon, that's just a blowout. I mean, that's a good one. Do you have a counterspell as well? Hmm. Gain some life. You're losing this thing. Still feel like we're probably just like one draw step away from just sealing this up. I mean, he's obviously going to never make her quite a few times here. We can only do it, what, once? Yeah, you can only do it 1 time. Which is good. Okay, Eternal Witness for what? I would assume Murderous Cut? Okay. All right. Okay. think we do this and tell him to have the removal. He can loop the Eternal Witness here. All right, you have something then. Okay, this is going to loop what? The Menace creature? I don't know. Yeah, and probably kill. This doesn't make sense to me, though. He should have just done it before, because now what's he going to kill? The champion? The champion is fine. Okay, the Imposing Sovereign. Yeah. We go down to 4. And then you can loop to get the Eternal Witness, but no, you can't actually get the Murderous Cutback, can you? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. Go down to 4. And gonna loop to get what? Ewit? I mean, one removal spell wins me the game. It's kind of the rub. Yeah, you can't leave up Murderous Cut if that's what you planned on getting. You could get Preordain back and see if you could find something. Okay. But assume you'd loop the Noxious Gearhulk and get back the Eternal Witness. And what does Ewit get back? Deathrite Shaman. Okay. Well, what are we hoping for here? All right, the best draw in the deck is the Pro Everything spell. I can never remember its name. Well, that's not it, but that also ain't bad. Okay, and we're gonna get back the Menace Hulk and gain 3 life, I presume. Getting rid of what? Yep. Well, come on, Flyer. Or another removal spell. Not dead yet. Oh, and I live. I'm a luck sack, guys. I will not lie, but I did not make the land drop first, so I played it as well as I possibly could, I think. Don't make a land drop. Nice. Are you stuck? Did I get you? Armageddon. Nope, good enough, though. I am such a sack, guys. Die? Nice! Haha! Sorry. We we got very lucky there, but we got very lucky. But I think we played it as well as we possibly could in the situation we were in. And that was a pretty the first game was a rout. Like we just ran him over. That second game was pretty sweet, actually. I think it was at least. Also displays how much of a luck sack I am. But you put the cards in your deck, you can draw them. All right, let's see what else is going on. I like Sensei in this round, but I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. I think Bant's going to be good against red deck, though. I'm still here, dude. Well, let's see if Moto's going to work. Barely. All right, Sensei gets him. At least that game. I don't know where they stand right now. All right, we've got what does she have in hand? Did her artifact get destroyed? No. It's a lot of damages there. She could have a Batter Skull though. That'd be my guess. You force him to sack here, I think. Oh, she already did. Okay. Well, if she attacks, she takes 6 for 20 damage on the backswing. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know if that germ can get in there. All right, guys, real quick break. I'm going to leave it running. I have to use the restroom. I'm going to grab a drink of water real fast. But I'll leave this game up. It looks pretty interesting. Well, yeah, we'll leave this one up right here. Okie doke. It looks like Saskia died. Although, oh, he's got an active Sylvan Library. Michelle's trying to dust bowl him out. I guess that does one a turn until he finds a way to deal with it because he has library. But oh, he's at 12 though. Batterskull could go all the way. But until he mize is like he's just gonna mize something and like kill this thing though. Like I don't know if I like this because like as soon as she taps out on his end step, if he finds the Kolaghan's command, you just blow it up. Ushutai's monument. Interesting. Okay. Well, it requires a lot of mana to use. Obviously, Sylvan Library gets a lot worse when you're at 8 life under duress from possible 8 power of attackers on the following turn. So I believe this thing becomes a 4/4 lifelink or vigilance or just flyer. Just flyer. All right, so we have Mountain Go. Splendid Reclamation. That's a lot of man lands coming back. But it doesn't really... Okay, you have to have someone answer to the board, too. What is your answer to the board? 1 card? I mean, have to like splice in twain. You're just dead, I think, brother. I think you just die here if she activates the Ojutai's monument. I mean, she may not. I think she will, though. She'll just be like, you have 1 card, dude? Like, answer both of them. I probably would. I mean, if he has, like, Splice and Twain, like, I don't think that's in that deck, but that'd be hilarious. I'd like to Splice and Twain. I don't even know if that... I think that may be a sorcery, but okay, yeah. That's what I thought. I think 4CB can get this deck, though. What's going on here? Did someone disconnect? No? I'm just waiting, I guess. Alrighty, guys. Quick pause. bolder man than I am. He has Dryad Arbor turn 1, Searing Blazed. Blah. Blah. Horrendous. My guess is he has a lot of lands, though. He's on 8 cards, so... Alright, he follows it up with a tapped land. I mean, if Littlefield goes Blood Moon this turn, it could be a good game. You could just knock him out. I don't think a crash in this game is going to make a functional difference in who wins or loses, though. I think the game will come to fruition. Rabblemaster is a big beating. That's one this turn. Need to deal with it next turn, and if you don't, then you take it 6. And I assume his hand of 4 cards is not nothing. Hmm. Well, if the red deck can win, then I feel pretty good about facing a red deck. Like I have some good tools against that, but who knows? We shall see. Alright, Wasteland is not very good here. No, Fauna Shaman's a thing. I assume it's just going to get burned off. If he has like a Searing Blood or something like that. Alright, 4th land. 4 mana. That's something awfully big. Is it like Mana Barbs or something? Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a huge time beating. 3 to the face, 4 to this thing, 6 to the face. Good game, I think. I mean, if you're playing Wasteland second, you're hoping to buy his land. And he didn't mull that far. I wonder if like I don't even know what happened here. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think that's probably a good game though. Yeah, you definitely get in there with him too. Putting him down to 7. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. If he misses land drop, then that's game. Like, well, I mean, it's just game on board. But I'm trying to think of like what gets him out of this. Like Kitchen Finks back up to 9 block Rabs, and he has like 3 stone nothing cards in hand. Trade Rabs, trade Gabo token, take 3, 2. That's 5 damage already just off that. Follow it up with another land drop, Obstinate Baloth, and possibly win. But we're like now natural order when we're already be gone. Plus, I don't even think Titan Race is this thing right now. Like with the life totals where they're at, I think that's probably just game. Like it's really too bad. He's on a Bant deck, so he's missing white. Yeah, Rabs will do that. Rabs close the game out quick. All right, guys. Sorry about this. Loan ML some planes. All right. Well, I mean that's you got to land off of it, but this thing has to trade here. I mean, if he has a way to kill it, like that's just a good game, right? Oh, that is a good game. Like that's game over. Like, unless you have Force of Will. And even then, like, Force of Will, I don't think is enough. All right, so they're going to game 3. Okay, I thought that was a game 3 already. Which, if it was going to be like, well, I would much rather face White Weenie than... Oh. Eh. Ain't that the truth, though? We totally mised him out. We mised him out hardcore. And we did. Like, we... that was like a perfect draw. It's just like, I need removal now. All right, I got a land that draws another card into removal. All right, perfect. All right, I need to win this turn. Oh, yep, I win this turn. You'll see it, dude. It was kind of silly. But, aggro, right? All right, guys, I don't know what's going on. There's not a lot of activity, so I'm going to pause it right now as opposed to just droning on about nonsense, about aggro getting good top decks. I'm sure that's not helpful, but I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is game 3, I assume. Yeah, I don't see the red deck wins player winning this one. Yeah, too much ramp and not on the play. What's going on over here? Oh, Signalis conceded the game. Okay, Harsh, a mentor. He's a mana ability, so that would mean Kasali Pride Mage dies to its own ability. I would just get in with the Rakdos Calculus. Cannot block anyways. So, artifact, creature, or land. Okay. I don't know if I like Harsh Mentor. I guess it's good versus like certain things. Yeah, I was most certainly losing that game. I don't think there was a snowball's chance in heck that I was going to win that one. I don't know what is going on here with Moto. All right, yeah, they're either playing very slow or their motors are jacked up. I don't. He must have another way to deal with artifacts or enchantments. Like if he just drops like the Sulfuric Vortex next turn, isn't that like still good? I don't know. I guess it depends on what he plays here. Avengivine. All right, he's gonna go aggro himself. Interesting. I mean, it is a quarter of Sensei or of Littlefield's life, so I mean, it is not insignificant. These are 3 cards though. It is 5. I mean, he could just go land, Searing Blaze, threat, attack, Searing Blaze 3 to face, down to 16 plus 2 down to 14. He'll be, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what he has. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're running Vengevine, you got to attack with it. Like, it's not a blocking creature. It could. I guess you could have Vengevine defense. That seems bad, though. You got a follow-up threat, though, in the form of Treetop Village, which is not a bad card, obviously. Now, what do we see here? Obviously, at this point, Sulfuric Vortex is bad. What's the best for him? I mean, the best is to get rid of the Vengevine. Should be a 5/4 again next turn. This thing becomes a 2/2. Not quite good enough. Okay, okay, okay. Well, you're taking a lot on the backswing, though. I guess so. It's 4/7. It's like half his life total right now. But he had to present another threat to make it the full Monty on the following turn. And it looks like he's on par to do it. Like he's gonna have 3 mana left. All right, Scavenging Ooze is a beating. All right. Although if he forces him to ooze, then he can't activate the Treetop Village, or he'd have to activate it after blocks were declared. Down to 10. The race is certainly on. Fire Blast could definitely win this race, though. If he had, like, Price of Progress, Fire Blast, that one's not going to do it. Well, there's the Vortex. He'll just probably crack a few of these. Yeah, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It doesn't actually pay to use this thing. And if he activates the Treetop Village, it's another 2. I think he forgot about this as well. I actually did as well. I can't say I remembered this. So he stops doing it, okay. No, he doesn't. All right, so he goes back up to 11. This does not actually behoove him. Now you probably want to bolt something. No, just a Bomat Courier. Probably to block. I mean, you just block here. Stay alive. I don't think you attack here. Although, obviously, yeah, he gained the life beforehand. So take 2, Sensei. You possibly double block the Vengevine with the Reckless Bushwhacker and the Bomat Courier. I think the Harsh Mentor is too important to his plans, though. Well, now you don't want to do that. Yeah, the Bomat Courier. Just put the Bomat in front of it. Makes sense. All right, Reflector Mage is kind of a beating. That means that thing's going bye-bye. That's a question of what do you have right now? Down to 8. Probably need some timely removal here. Not lands. That's not probably going to do it. All right, Chandra. And we know your last card. So figure becomes a 2/2, and you have a Chandra. This game winnable. It's not looking good. It involves a lot of blocking. Yeah, it gets bigger. And you're hoping for what here? So you're down to 7. What is Littlefield hoping for? Probably Price of Progress, although that's likely to kill him as well, end the game in a draw. Maybe even a Bolt would do it here. Would a Bolt do it? So this does 1. You can pump the figure to a 2/2. Does that do anything functional? All right, he's firing them all up. Yeah, I think you do have to go for it here. Put the screws to him, because if you're sitting back and just kind of hoping that, you know, well, let's think here though. So like, is this +1? No, it's just first strike. Um, huh. He takes 3 down to 5. Hmm. We need to rip hard here and hope that his opponent does not have counter magic of some sort. So his opponent is at a virtual 5 right now. All right. Trink. Yeah, Price of Progress wins the game for him here. Pop off the top. Pop goes the weasel. If that's the case, then the game is likely over. So down to 3. Now it is 2, plus you have that thing in play, which doesn't really do much here. So what is your last card? It really, like, pretty much deterministically has to be Price of Progress. All right. Well, wait, no. So actually, no, a 4 damage burn spell would win the game here, too. Harsh Mentor. Did you get him? Burn. Down to 5. Wow. This only does 2, though, right? That's the game. Deals 2 damage to target player, and he wins the game. I think, unless, like, no, that's a Stifle. He's basically saying, show me Stifle. Wow. Rough beats, brother. I mean, I didn't think he had it, but that's, yeah, he had it. And good game. Rar. Aggro. I love it. All right, guys, quick break. All right, guys, we're live. I would love to play first. I'm going to keep this. It's not phenomenal, but it's also not horrendous either. So, turn 1, a Bone Splitter. And I think I'm going to probably leave up the Containment Priest here. Okie doke. Zergo, a Bell Striker. Yeah, I think I like that line. And now we're kind of hoping to run out of threat so we can put some counters on our junk. I'm going to take a hit off the Harsh Mentor. Okay, Vampire, whatever this thing is. Great draw right there. You gonna burn my stuff off? That stinks if you do, but hey, what can I do? The Vigilance is also kind of nice here. Okay, so Hammer of Bogarden, but it's gone. Well, if you want to trade both, I'm fine with that. I should turn off auto yields just in case he removes one of my threats. I can activate the Smuggler's Copter. I'll take 2 off that, but it is definitely worth it. Okay. I'm actually going to allow this to happen. He loses a card. Well, he loses half of that card. He could try removing the other one, and then I'll just activate the Smug Copter. And we're hoping for not a land. You're losing this thing. Probably has a shock effect of some sort. Okay. Okay. This can obviously be removed by the Grim Lavamancer. I'm going to force him to have an answer for this as well, though. It is a 4/4. Could have attacked with it last turn. Do you have a 4 damage burn spell? Spike shot, okay. Well, if you're going to remove this too, I think I'm okay with that. Note it is only 3. Okay. Is one of my creatures not blocking this turn? Okay. I mean, I tend to be okay with that, I think. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to hang back. And I think I'm going to hold that in hand. Okay. Nothing. All right. I'm going to take the damage here just to make this thing very large. The next turn, if we hit a land, it's not even dead. All right, well, we're going to hang back, actually. I don't want to lose this thing for just the Chandra's Phoenix plus 3 mana off the Spike Shot. Okay, take one. What do we have? And you could bolt the Knight, the White Orchid out of the way, but eh. Well, what have we got? All right, something. My face, okay. Land is actually not horrible here. Oh, do you have it? It's definitely possible. I feel pretty good though, but he has 3 cards in hand, so I mean we could just bolt, bolt, bolt. You know, you're dead. Or bolt, bolt. Grim. He can't Fire Blast here. But because this thing tramples, right? Yeah, he's assuredly dead if he passes it back. No, it's first strike flying. Okay, well that doesn't work then. So we have to go with both the Smuggler's Copter and the figure. I'm just gonna put this back into his library and fly over top for the win. This will put him back up to 5, but I mean it's still lethal, right? You're facing down a 9/9. All right, yep, that's what I thought. So Mark of Asylum's probably pretty decent. This is great. This is good. This is great. Mark of Asylum's probably good. This sword's probably these two. This thing's probably bad. I actually don't like these in this matchup. I think you just let them have their lands and say, whatever, dude. Like, just do whatever you want to do with your lands. Like, you'll eventually run out of stuff to do. Um, Mark of Asylum is really interesting to me. Like, what would I take out? Like, probably like a 3 or 4 drop. Like Bygone Bishop's, it's okay. Nah, Bygone Bishop's kind of meh. It's card advantage, but I don't have time for that in this matchup. I think this is good. I mean, the Sword of Light and Shadow is like a 5 drop, so I don't really like it. I just want to be like dropping a play every turn, you know? I'm going to draw this time, which is obviously worse, but what can you do? Yeah, it's rejam it. I mean, the curve is dropped as low as it can be. We just hope he doesn't win the Anarchy lottery. It mides us out, and if we can get like 1, I'm not a greedy man. 2 would be awesome, but 1 protection from red guy. They definitely did not make that cycle even. It's like Caracas. Well, there's a bunch of weird lands from Legends. That's like the before WotC. There was obviously Caracas, which actually originally said return target legendary, because at the time there was only legendary creatures. Now there are obviously legendary lands, etc. And actually, were there back then? Am I lying? Caracas is a legendary land, right? Yeah, no, it is. So you could back in the day you could have returned Caracas. Yeah, Fire Blast. That's what I was saying actually in my video, man. Is that you couldn't have done Fire Blast. So like hit the spear, Grim. Yeah, Fire Blast would have been the win. Yeah, it happens, man. Like Price of Progress obviously would have been bad there. We got a little lucky. Even though we landed out, that figure came in really handy there. Glorybound Initiate would be good in this matchup as long as it doesn't die the first round it comes into play. I mean, if we can ever get Glorybound Initiate plus what is it? The Always Watching. That's just a beating. Maybe no. I think I'm good. I think this is good. This is I think a tougher matchup for Red Deck wins. I mean, even if he wins this one, oh yeah, this is a great hand. Keep go. Don't go to 5, man. The core Firewalker is just like, yep, I got you. I got it, man. All right. What do we got? Back it up with a Thalia. Seems pretty good. Never lucky, right? I'm going to let you attack first. Obviously, this thing can be dashed in. And we'll just play a core Firewalker next turn. Seems good. Yep. I'm going to hang out right here. Let him waste his cards on my cards. Obviously, has a lot of legends. Okie doke. Yep. All right, he gives it up. Yeah, he's done here. Good games, man. We had the draw, and I think White Weenie's highly favored in that. So I mean, we took this down. I don't think this is the best deck ever, but we crushed. We didn't lose a game tonight, and that feels good. Um, cool, cool guys. So let's catch the rest of the matches. Sensei and ML are going at it. Oh. I always think it's funny because like everyone's like, "Oh, blue's so OP, blue's so OP." Guys, like you can just play white and it can do that. Like you just have to play it well, and you gotta get a little lucky. I got lucky. Like I'm not gonna say I didn't get lucky. And that last pairing was like awesome. I'm like, red deck wins, great. Like I would. Oh, white weenie destroy. It just wrecks that deck. It's just so hard to beat. Oh, he's on white weenie too. Cool. I haven't played White Weenie in a while. Like Death and Taxes White Weenie, and like I do love the deck. I think it's an awesome deck. This version I'm playing is I mean you see it has like the promo kind of cards and junk in it, but that's aside from that, like if you want to put this deck together, the only real like money cards that you have to worry about are the Wasteland and the Rashad Port. And Rashad Port, obviously one of the more pricey ones in all the game. And I acknowledge that, but you don't have to play it. You can just play Ghost Quarter instead and just have it combo out. This is not the right one. Where did White Weenie 2 go? Did it disappear? Well, my deck is somewhere in the Aether space in here. I don't know. I can't find it right now. This is not it, though. Um, so we got a Champion of the Parish coming down. He's considering countering it. He's on 2 cards. I mean, you don't really want to mana drain this, but if he doesn't do anything else and you don't counter this and you have a drain, like, it's really bad. Especially if all you need is 1 mana. Then you probably do it. He doesn't go for it. If ML like is wise, he doesn't go for it here either. So he swords the plowshared a beast. Garrett goes down to 1. Path to Exile already expent at this point. Night of the Holy Nimbus is a card I added in this deck. What I did is I took the shell of my Death and Taxes deck and just took out like 2 or 3 lands. Took out like 4 lands total. Like took out the Dust Bowl, um, but replaced it with the Plains. Then took out like 3 lands total. Put it down to maybe not 3, maybe like 2. I replaced a few and like put a lot more Plains in there, so just had a lot of pure white sources that come into play untapped, and just up the creature count, drop the curve as low as I could, and just made it very coherent in its plan. Not a very flexible deck, so when it faces something like Sensei's deck, if the game gets out of control, like you're probably not coming back. But it does have a few win out of nowhere cards, like the Ajani you saw. It has some of the most powerful removal, but not a lot of it. Its depth of removal is pretty small, so you have to use it sparingly. Um, but as you can saw, like even Oust, like got us a win. I mean, it got the worst threat off the board under a winner or block and allowed us to win the game. I am going to look at your board, ML. I don't know what you have in your board right now, but I'm curious. So I have this ability, but I don't do it until after the games are over and we managed to take it down. I probably should report my results too, but I kind of want to see ML's all non-color or all non-blue deck. Hollow. What does Hollow do? That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty sweet. Absolute Law, Disenchant, Blessed Alliance. Blessed Alliance is a card we should probably have in our board. I actually like that card a lot for the board. Um, yeah, so his land options are a little less. Oketra's Monument. So he put this deck together for about 30 ticks, which is sweet. I mean, it's very cool that he did this. He has 49 creatures as well. We're both on like a mono aggressive deck. Wow, dude, you need to put more lands in, bro. That is not enough lands. Wait, what is the curve? 1.96. You're lower than us, but like, dude, like that's way too few. Like, I'm shocked your deck is running. like that is amazing that it is doing its thing. Like it should just draw all gas. Like when you're at this many lands, like on this deck, like you're happy because like you're not gonna draw anymore. Like you should not. Like um, but I think you do need to run a few more planes than that. I think that is running a little too lean. Like you probably want to be at like 30 to 31. Like just my opinion. Like what do I know though? Mine before the Death and Taxes variant was like 36, but it had a lot of utility lands in it. It had a lot of ways to search out specific lands to deal with certain things. Not to be like completely ambiguous, but it had like Dust Bowls and like stuff like that in there. Ghost Quarters. I may have even cut a man land. I can't remember now if I cut a man land or not. I think I may have cut a Mishra's Factory because I could put counters on the made 6-1 half as the other. The Mishra's Factory and the Mutavault are pretty close. The Mutavault has some synergies with soldier tokens. And Thalia's Lieutenant because it's also a human. It's a human soldier. It's everything. It's a shapeshifter or changeling. I don't know why White Weenie always loves me. Like I always had the best of luck with these decks. Maybe it's because I stink at playing. I just I have to get lucky to win. I don't know, but I tend to do well with them. All right. Interesting. Well, you know that land can animate, right? It does double strike. So he's willing to trade the double striker for the land? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I guess the Dryad Arbor has summoning sickness, so even if he activates the man land, he wouldn't be able to pay 2 to keep the Knight of the Holy Nimbus if that's the one he decides to block. I'm assuming he'll just trade. Like, I would trade here. But he's on 2 cards. ML will invariably draw more gas than Sensei will. Like, when you're running a 27 land deck, like, when you've hit 6 lands, like, and you're on 87 cards in deck, you ain't going to hit another one. The probability of you hitting another one is extremely low. But this doesn't kill the man. This doesn't kill the knight. Oh yeah, my bad. I'm terrible. So he can pay the 2, but he's gonna lose his Dryad Arbor. Yeah. I'm terrible. So he's gonna pay the 2, tapping the Stirring Wildwood. I'm bad right now. So the Knight of the Holy Nimbus is gonna die too, but he takes infinite damage. And his probability of drawing a land or missing and drawing lands or not stuff that does anything is a lot higher than ML's. Given his stuff that he draws is gonna be a lot better because I mean his deck like has good cards in it. ML's has a bunch of creatures like ours does and just beats down. All right, Bygone Bishop. That won't give a +1/+1 counter to the champion of the parish. All right, we're getting mana drain. Oh, memory lapsed. Well, if there has to be a thing that's memory lapsed, I would say that's not the worst. Do you attack with both? I think you just attack with. I think you attack with the champion there. I think I would be willing to trade for the Stirring Wildwood there. Maybe that's wrong though. Oh, is it getting countered again? Nope, it's happening this time. He's gonna sit back and draw cards. I think you just end this game. I think he's obviously trying to do the same thing, and like he's gonna draw like Primeval Titans. You're gonna draw like Savannah Lions. You know, I don't know. I could be wrong there. I don't like sitting back though. I like just trading, trade resources. All right, well, he's got infinite mana. Is this a Green Sun Zenith? No, it's a Vengevine. Vengevine's embarrassing though. Vengevine is not doing it here. The poor Vine. It's hard to out tempo or out aggro. And they're really the same thing. White Weenie. It's damn near impossible. Like you just have to stop them. Like you have to stop them and then just go into your own plan. All right, he drew another land, or did he draw like one of his random interactive spells? He does run more of those. Although he has, what do you have? 49 creatures. What it said. I believe our 48. Obviously, we're running more lands though. Obviously, he's running a lot more spells because our land count is a lot higher. Well, bribery is pretty embarrassing here. I don't know if this is game 1 or game 2, but if it's game 2, I think I would take that out unless he knows he has Stoneforge Mystic in deck, which I don't think ML is bound to have. I can check real fast because I think he just put this deck together, and that card's a little more pricey. Not a lot, but I mean, he's not even running Stoneforge Mystic. He probably thinks he is. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. I'm sorry, Thalia Heretic Cathar is interesting. That's not good. Mother of Runes is okay. Boros Reckoner is pretty good. It's actually really good. You don't want to get a legendary card. What else does he have? Glory Bound's, well, it's not going to do anything against First Strike. Or Double Strike, rather. Spirit's bad. Starry Champion would be good for ML, but not for him. This you own or control? Control. I don't even know what you get. Maybe Selfless Spirit? No, it's bad. I don't know. We're going to see. We'll figure out what he gets. The Silverblade's already in play. That's actually not a bad one to get if you have flying. No, his mana's not fixed well enough to do Figure of Destiny. We can get a Tapper. Is there a Tapper in here? Gideon's Lawkeeper. Is that in here? No, he doesn't have a Tapper. Oh, he does. Okay, there's Gideon's Lawkeeper. That would not be a bad one. He gets the Life Linker. Makes sense. I mean, it's pretty horrible to spend 5 mana to get that crappy thing, but it does keep you alive for a while, buys you time, lets you find what you got to find. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Probably not a bad one to draw. Probably just a god-awful beating, to be frank. I mean, whatever gets in front of the champion of the parish, I think you want to start attacking here. Like, you trade with this thing at First Strike now. Yeah, you just attack with everything, man. Like, what's he going to do? Make this thing into a 2/2 flyer? Yeah, put the screws to him, man. Get in there. There you go. Put the screws to him. Smash him. That's what you got to do with this deck. You got to keep him on the ropes. Especially looking at your build, ML. Like, you just got to hit the gas pedal, man. Yeah, I mean, he's going to gain some life, but if that's all he's doing, he's taking a boatload. He's taking lethal. Like, that's 14 on its own. All right, yeah, he's blocking this. You got to block this thing. Probably got to block the 2 double strikers. He probably doesn't even have the opportunity to get value and block the Mardu and trade with the Mardu War Reaper. That's 8 to face, up 2. So 8 down to 6 to 8 plus 3. So he'd be at 5 if he blocked the Mardu War Reaper. I mean, it's doable. But I think you block the champ here and just take 6 and go up 2, so take 4 down to 10. And then you're going to have to leave mana open for the Stirring Wildwood or present a very sizable threat. You definitely want to kill the Beast token before I think you want to kill the Vengevine. If he has a removal spell here, you're in Frown Town, brother. You are in straight Frown Town. I mean, both of these will die regardless. Like, they'll both get knocked out of the way. All right, 1 down. And his opponent is at 2. The dubious life total of 2. Which, yeah, it's not good. All right, more lands. Well, you attack. Yeah, you attack. All right, ML gets him. Alrighty. Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's see if there's any more games going on. I don't think there are. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. We end up taking this one down. Let's see how everyone placed first. So let's go to the host CP. See how everyone fared. Standings. How did we take second place? We beat Littlefield. That's not even possible. Oh, it's just not complete yet. Did I not put my result in? All right, let's. I was like, I don't think that's possible. Match listing. All right, ML Berlin. All right, he'll put the result in. Oh, sorry guys, I'm doing business. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off, and probably have to rewind this and chop some of it off. Sorry about that. I'm gonna. I hope you guys enjoyed this. White Weenie Aggro, CSM, and I guess I forgot the camera was going and started getting in my own zone. Take care now, and I hope you'll join us sometime. You can register for the event at gatherling.com, and this is Hunter Card Singleton. Check out the band list on the mini URL link there. It goes to MTGS or MTG Salvation, where you can get the rules of the game. All right, have fun now, and take care.